Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another board game unboxing. This is a game called Wendake, and it's by Renegade Games. It's a game about managing or being the head of a Indian tribe. I think it's in the Great Lakes area, possibly Canada area there. It's a game by David Studio. And it's a, what is it, Sabio? I can't even read the text there. But anyway, it's a game for 1 to 4 people, 60 to 120 minutes, 14 and above. Let's see, in Wendake, you step into the shoes of the chief of a Native American tribe. So it's a North American, so it's same area, I guess. You will have to manage the most important aspects of your tribe's daily existence, thereby earning points in the economic, military, ritual, and mask tracks. So it's 4 different tracks. The core of the game is an action selection mechanism, which is really cool. You will have the opportunity to choose better and better actions over 7 years, i.e. rounds, and the winner will be the chief who finds the best combination of actions and uses them to lead their tribe to prosperity. So it's definitely got a really cool player board that constantly changes depending upon what actions you take. Just recently came out, well, didn't recently come out, but I just recently ordered an expansion, haven't received it yet, which adds a lot to the game also. But anyway, it says lead your Great Lakes native tribe to greatness. So it does have a solo mode, which of course we really like. We do tend to play a lot of games solo, but it's nice to have that option, even in games that we don't play solo, just in case. So anyway, Renegade Games Studios in San Diego, California. So let's check it out. All right, see if I can get this open here. Appears to be a nice sturdy box. No box parts, unfortunately. All right, so nice little Renegade Games. So Altiplano, we have that game. And some other games that they have in here. I apologize, we're getting used to this new studio here. Our board game area here, different from our other area, which we were doing a lot of our unboxings in. So Castell's another good game, which we have. So let's see what else we have here. So this is on Kickstarter, and I believe it was on Kickstarter. This is another game that's on Kickstarter here. Postscriptum. Oh, so these are just other games that were on Kickstarter, I guess, for them. Alrighty, so there you go. So we have our rule book. And that's what we read, maybe. Oh, no, actually, this is different. So, introduction. Wendake is the name of a name that the Wyandot people used for their traditional territory. This population, also known as the Huron Nation, lived in the Great Lakes region together with the tribes who formed the Iroquois Confederacy and many others. So it's a nice historical game. In this game, you will explore the traditions of everyday life of these tribes during the 1756 to 1763 period, when the 7 Years' War between the French and Indian and English took place in these territories. Oh, that's cool. I just actually studied that with a student of mine. But this white man's war was only a marginal aspect of the game. The focus is life in the native villages, fields, and forests. In this game, you won't mind the traditional teepees, which were used in southwestern tribes who moved their camps to follow the bison herds. The natives of the Great Lakes were more sedentary, living in longhouses. The woman farmed beans, corn, and pumpkins, while men hunted beavers in forests, mainly to sell their pelts as leather. That's cool. I think it was mostly to the French at the time. So it's Danilo Sabia. I guess that's his name. All right. So it looks like a longhouse they have here. Okay. So there you go. So this is the rule book. So basically all the different components here. Looks like it gives a lot of nice illustrations and everything. Kind of a little bit wordy, but I think we can figure it out. But nice components and everything, as you'll see. All right. All the different turtle tiles and kind of like endgame scoring tiles, and all the other tiles in here, the glossary of the tiles, which is nice. And rules for solid solo play. All right, there you go. So the lighting's probably a little bit darker than I'd like. I'm doing this at night, so. And these are really cool. These are your recessed player boards, which come standard in the game, which is awesome. Wish more games would do this. As you can see, the recessed boards, and the tiles are going to go in this big area here, and then you're going to have other tiles in here. And over in here are going to be your player tokens, which unlock abilities and stuff like that as you do stuff. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe they're for other reasons. But anyway, so there you go. So there's 1, 2. Looks like these are all pretty much the same. 4 of these. But very nice quality, thick player boards. Let's see what we got here. So here are your tokens and everything. So looks like these are kind of like beans of some sort. Fish tokens. And just your regular standard circle tokens here, pawns. Your red, looks like red, green, yellow, and blue. And then here are your, I think these are the warrior meeples. So I think you have warrior, you have male and female. So these are pretty cool. I'll show you these. Right here, pretty cool. He's got a little spear there. And these are all in the different player colors. All right, and then you have your, looks like the beaver pelts here. These are pretty cool. Beaver pelts. And then your, I believe these are your corn tokens. Your corn tokens here. And your pumpkins. These are actually cool. Take these out to show you. So your pumpkin tokens. Pretty neat. And then your little canoes. These are really neat too. I'll show you a couple different colors here. A little guy inside the. Oops. Inside the canoe. There's a red color. Very nice. And let's see here. Plastic baggies, of course. And I think these are your mask cards, among other things. Show those later. And these are the tracks right here. So you're going to have, looks like they come together, something like this. So you have a track right here, and It's a real long one, so it's kind of hard to get in the picture, but it looks like it goes from 1 to 25, and there's 2 tracks on there. And you're going to be putting, there's 4 different scoring areas. You're going to be putting 2 of them right here. And basically what it is that you put one of these below and one of them above the player board. I mean the main board. And you're going to be scoring them in pairs. So you're going to be the lower of the 2 scores is going to be a score for that set. And then the lower of your 2 scores for the upper part for those 2 categories are going to be there. And it can vary and change around. But I'll try to show you and set up a board and show you what it looks like once it's set up. And then these, I'm not sure what these are. These might be player aids, possibly. If I can get them out. These are nice, very thick quality ones here. So I believe these are player aids for all the different player colors. Very cool. Definitely great production quality. I've never seen player aids quite this thick and everything, but nice production quality here. And then, of course, these are decent thickness. So these are the 4 areas you score in. Again, I'm not sure exactly what they are, but I know one of them is masks. Another one's probably territorial stuff. And this one is ceremonies. And then this one is canoes and stuff like that. No, actually, I'm not even sure what that is. But anyway, it's 4 different areas. These are the 4 tiles, and they'll change according. So it adds a little bit of variability. These are kind of interesting. These are 4. So in a 4-player game, the different size player marks, I guess player order makes a difference in doing different things. So you have your different sizes for the. So the 1 is going to be the player 1 is going to be the tallest marker. Then 2 and 3 and 4, it gets progressively smaller. So these are just different ones for the player order, and the little stands that they sit on. Yeah, it's definitely not the greatest lighting here. I apologize for that, but we'll get it going here. And then here are the tons of, wow, there's a lot of these. So these are just the different punch outs and everything you could. So now this is the only thing that the beavers themselves, I think, yeah, are the only ones that didn't come in like a token. You didn't get a token. I think these are the most common tokens, so it's probably a production cost thing, but these are the beavers right here that before they turn them into pelts. Yeah, so that they came in just regular cardboard size. And then these are the different tiles that are going on your player boards right here, and the different actions that you can take. And there's some end of game scoring things, I think. That's some of these are. And then you have your male and female. So I think these are your female, and then your male hunters. And then the backs of these have all the ceremonial things there. And then this is just another one right here. So these are pretty much all going to be the similar type things right here. So nothing too new here. And then these are some of the scoring things. I think you get set collections and stuff like that. I mean, there's a couple of videos out on these, but again, this is just an unboxing, so just showing you the components. So another one very similar in the red player color. So you'll have 9. I think these right here, 3, 6, 9, and these are your 9 player actions. And the way you take actions is you have to go in a diagonal row or a horizontal or vertical row, orthogonally or diagonally. And once you pick a direction, you kind of have to stick with it, so it kind of limits your actions. And then what ends up happening is at the end of the game, end of the round, once you put your tiles in here, you'll flip over the ones that you used, and the bottom row will slide off. And those tiles that come out, you flip them over and put them up top here. And you replace some tiles to make them more powerful. So yeah, so it's very, very unique, cool system. And then this is another one here. So these are, I think, some of the more advanced tiles right here. So let me show you some of these. And so lots of punch outs and lots of tiles, which is really cool. And then here your player board. So the player board is in 4 sections, it looks like. So, just to show you some of the artwork and everything, but, oops, excuse me. Ooh. Voila. There you go. And I'll just show you, that's pretty much it, other than the, well, you got these right here. These are your worker pawns and everything, which you'll be taking 4 actions per round. And let's just show you the cards. Get these out. So we'll be sleeving these as usual. So these are probably the things that are the least quality. They're very thin, but these are the different masks, which you do for set collection. You score points in one of the mask tracks. You also use it to determine whether or not you get plague and stuff like that when you trade. So there's a chance of getting the plague from the people you trade with, the French and the English and whatnot. So just different masks. Yeah, adequate artwork, but nothing too spectacular. So these are all the masks and everything. So a nice big deck of these. And then you do have some, these are your tribes right here. And then you have each tribe will have a common side. So I think it's, let's see here, hold on. Yeah, so these right here, these are just the same tribe things you'll get for everybody. So for the base game. And then the more advanced game, you can use asymmetric powers, which will get different resources, and each tribe has a special ability. So that's pretty cool. There we go. So, different tribe names and everything. And that is pretty much it. So the board, I'll just show you how it sets up. I'm not sure exactly how this goes. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. I think I got it there. I think it does have a particular setup. I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can set it up and show you. I think I got it now. Yeah, it looks like it goes that way, and then this is over here. I think I got it now. Not sure exactly how this goes. Oh, maybe this way. There we go. I think that's it right there. Yep, that's it. So as soon as I get it set up, I'll show you what it looks like. So it's just basically kind of interesting. Just 4 boards put together. Oh, yeah, there you go. Right there. I think that's it. Yeah, there you go. So bear with me. It's going to shake a little bit, but I'll show you that's the setup for the boards there. So the expansion actually fits around this board. There's like a framework that goes around this for the expansion, which does add more interaction with, I think, the different countries, the French and the English and whatnot. But yeah, I think there's some, as you can see by the English flags and I think the Australian flags for some reason, they're in the game. I'm not sure exactly how much interaction there is there, but I think there's some cards that interact with that, some abilities. So yeah, so let me just show you quickly how one of these boards looks. So basically you're going to have a board like this right here, and just show you one of the sets here, or the base sets. So we'll go with the green player, I guess. So what's going to happen is you're going to start with your 9 basic tiles. So I'll just set them up just to kind of show you what they're going to look like. Oops, got the camera hidden. So let's see here, to show you. The fire goes in the middle. And these will go right here. almost got it set up here. So, all right, so this is kind of what your player board will look like. There'll be, it doesn't matter, but you have your cylinders right here for your actions. And then these are your tiles right here. So what you'll do is you'll say you took this action right here, which is go hunting, I guess, in movement. So after you take that action, you'd have to either go take that action or something in this row, something in this row, or something in this row. So let's just say that you took this action. So let me just take out the pawns here just to show you what that looks like. So what you're going to do is you're gonna have 4 pawns. One of them is going to go on the player order board. So if you wanted to be first player, you would go right to that. You know, if you weren't first player. And then say, let's just say you took that action, for those actions first. And then just say you took these actions right here. And then finally you took these actions right here. Now you didn't have to do it in that order. You could have done something like this where you took that action and then lastly you would have to take that action. Or if you took this action, you would have to take this action. But let's just say you go back to, let's go back to this right here. So what would happen here at the end of the round is you would take this and then you would slide this down here. And then the 3 tiles that you would have come off, that you, down there. And the ones that you used, I believe this is how it works, I'm not sure exactly, get flipped over. So right here. So I think that's how it works, just so you can't take those same actions again. And then what you would do is, you would retake these 3 right here, and you would, I believe, you would select from a pool of tiles, possibly, and replace one of them. And let's just say we didn't want to replace them. Then what we would do is, I believe this gets turned over to its front side once it slides off. And then you kind of mix these up, and you replace these in here. And kind of randomly do this. And then, as you see, you have different orders right here. And you notice these right here, these are for the different ceremonies that you can do to get, I think, injured workers back if they've been in the battle or something like that, or have disease or something like that. They go to the longhouse, and that's how to get them out of the longhouse. I believe that's what it is. But as you can see, your player board is going to constantly be changing. So that's a really cool mechanism. And this right here is your longhouse right here, which you're going to have injured workers and stuff going, and sick workers. But anyway, overall, it's a really, really cool game. As you can see, lots of components here. I don't know, maybe we'll work on doing our videos with me holding the camera instead of trying to keep it mounted. That might work better. But anyway, this is Wendake, again by Renegade Games, and by, I'm not going to say his name again, but definitely a cool game, definitely a unique theme, something that we wanted to check out, and when we get the expansion, we'll do another unboxing of that. So that's it. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next unboxing video. Bye-bye now.